What's going on? I'll be what I'll be Fitness Gaming, and you've seen the title of the video, you know why you're here. Updated list for Siege Domain Zoo. So let's go over the mana base. The mana base is straightforward. We're still playing the same 3 fetch lands in combination of 4. The Wooded Foothills, Windswept Heath, Flooded Strand. And then we have our shock lands. So the mana base, like I said, is still the same. We haven't changed anything on the mana base. The only thing we've added is a Cradle of Growth. From all the other lands that I've tested, like Arid Mesa, Misty Rainforest, an island, a second forest, I find that the Cradle of Growth is just the better version to add to the better land card to add to the deck. This 22nd land, just to let you know, is not going to be a good land, right? Because we're already playing the best mana base we can possibly play, so adding any other land is just going to be probably one of the worst lands in your deck anyways, right? So Cradle of Growth, but it does do what it needs to do, which is turn everything into a forest, which helps you use your fetch lands without having to, shock every land in, because you're only playing 2 basics. So there's a lot of times where maybe you need your 4th mana, but you already fetched out your forest, and you have a Wooded Foothills, and you're like, man, I need a 4th land, but I really don't want to take 3 right now. So with the Cradle of Growth, even though we are playing 1, luckily your lands can tap for a forest. So then we have Lightning Bolt, Ragavan, Wild Nacatl, straightforward stuff there. We have the Tribal Flames, Kavu. We're playing the 4 Tarmogoyf. Right now I'm currently finding Tarmogoyf to be a lot better than Brawler. It's just works better as a blocker. It's harder to kill. It's better in the late game. It's a really great card. And then with things like Dromoka's Command, where you can get rid of enchantments, or even there's so many artifact decks out there and Saga decks that Dromoka's Command combined with Tarmogoyf is just it's great, man. It's great. I don't know what to tell you. And then of course the man of the hour, Siege Rhino, the Leyline Bindings, and the Scion of Dracos. For the sideboard, we have the Stubborn Denials in the sideboard. This is the best counterspell that you could be playing for Domain Zoo. Remand, Veil of Summer, 2 Teferis, 2 Consume, the Jegantha, and the 2 Wear and Tear. So the sideboard, pretty straightforward there. So let's go ahead and jump into a game here. Deck is going to be in the description below. Any questions, comment at the bottom, and let me know. Alright, 2 Siege Rhinos, a Dromoka's Command, and 4 lands. We're going to keep this since we're on the play. We don't have any early plays, but what do we lead with? I think the Zagoth. Yeah, let's just do this in case we need to fetch out some basics. So we don't have any early plays, but hopefully we can draw into something. Even if we draw into Leyline Binding, Bolt, something to kind of interact with the opponent, and then we can get into the game where we start casting these Siege Rhinos. But it's also depending on what we're playing against. Okay, another land. Not what we're looking for, so we're going to go ahead and play this. We're going to get a Sacred Foundry. So usually when you're playing your Domain Zoo deck, you don't want to keep hands where you don't have any threats for turn 1 or turn 2, because you're trying to end the game extremely fast. So we're playing against Blue Tron. But because we did have 2 Siege Rhinos, in certain matchups, this would be a great hand, especially those heavy removal matchups, because Siege Rhino can sometimes be really hard to kill. Alright. But hopefully we draw into some smoke here. Alright, this is just getting worse and worse as we go. Yeah, so now they're just going to have their counter magic up. So it's going to be very hard for us to do anything here. At least for a while. Like, we're going to cast this Siege Rhino. If we don't draw anything, and it's going to get countered. Another land. So we'll grab plains here. Alright, they got 6 cards in hand, so we have a lot of things we got to work through right now. So they're gonna counter this. Okay, Remand. If they have the Tron piece here and play Ugin, we're just going to scoop because we can't get out of that. Let me just make sure this thing doesn't do anything too crazy. Card, okay. Alright. So we'll just do forest here. We're going to do black, white, forest, white, siege. Oh. Wait, did we not tap something for black? I thought we tapped this Zagoth for black. Siege Rhino. It'd be nice if they draw like a Saga and not a Tron piece. Or the power plant. The power plant, I mean, they can start dropping bombs on us. Okay, another one. Interesting. I've never seen this card being played, especially in a blue Tron deck. I wonder what's the point of that card. I'm sure it has some type of implication. Alright, so we got Leyline Binding. We also have Dromoka's Command. So let's go ahead and just play our Rhino and see what happens. I guess those are just blockers. Sure. Okay, so they're just, yeah, so they just play these cards as blockers to buy them time. So now that we know that, we're going to probably want to use our Dromoka's Command to fight and get rid of these. So we're gonna fire off this Dromoka's Command here. So we need white and we need red. We'll grab counter here. and we'll fight this. If they, I wonder if they sack this, if it just counters Dromoka's command. I don't think so, right? Because it's still targeted. But then if it's not there, it could be an illegal target. I'm not sure how this works. We're about to find out. Okay, they're gonna spell snare that. Another Wild Nacatl. Alright. So they're gonna chump block here. They got one blue, so they can counter something. Which I have to imagine is going to be the Siege Rhino, or they can use it to bounce. They play that Cyclone card too, I'm assuming, where they can just bounce everything. Okay, 10. So I guess let's just try to jam this Siege Rhino. Might be that counter spell where you have to pay X. Forget the name of it. Yeah. Okay. I'm really surprised they haven't killed us, to be honest. So here we go. Spoke too early. To 4 target permanent. Okay, so it's like some blue. Could have a counter here for this. Alright, so yeah, we were just going to take this and attack next turn. So it looks like some type of like mono blue Tron Eldrazi deck. So Remand seems good against them. Siege Rhino was good there. Although I don't think I want to entertain a long game. Dromoka's command may not be the best. Maybe we can... Huh. Stubborn Denial could be really good to fight the counterspell wars. Could just play this like a traditional Domain Zoo list. Cut the land. Yeah, and we'll just play some traditional Domain Zoo. Seems good against this. Low to the ground. Cheap counter interactive spells. We kept a very risky keep that last game and we won because of the Siege Rhinos, because that's how powerful I think that card is. And to be fair, the opponent didn't really have much We gave them a lot of time. We got Ragavans, some counter magic. It's not the worst hand. Not the worst. Okay, we're going to be on the play. So we're going to lead with a Sacred Foundry here. So I think the only way they can interact with this right now is with Dismember. You know, this is not the first time that I've played against somebody who has had the opportunity to be on the play and they decide to be on the draw. I'm not sure. I know some mid-range Jund players back in the day used to do that for the card advantage purposes, but whatever, man. Whatever floats your boat, man. Alright, so now that we're going to have a token here, unfortunately we're not going to have a bigger threat to play here. We don't need any more mana, so we're just going to get a Zagoth here. And we got a Remand here. Not sure if I want to go with the Remand or the Stubborn Denial. I guess it depends what they're playing. Let's just grab the Zagoth here. Another Tribal Flames. So we could go Tribal Flame here, and then, well, let's see. Do we remand this? I think I'm just going to actually do this. And then Tribal Flame them. Play this, and then let's just get this, let one of these off. I can see an argument to not play anything and sit on this Remand, but Remand, like, our clock is not fast enough to be messing around with Remand, I don't believe. Like, if I had a Kavu in play, then I would keep up Remand, because I know I can end the game in a couple turns, but we have a slow hand. I mean, it's not slow, but it's not fast enough to be sitting on, trying to counter things with Remand. We got to try to kill them. Okay. These are some weird draws, but whatever. We'll make it work. Ragavan. Okay, that's good for us. Now the question is, do we unload this? I think so. The real question is, if they counter it, do we remand? Okay, we don't have to worry about that. One at 4. We're able to, you know, even though we've only had a Ragavan in play, these 2 Tribal Flames have really helped us accelerate our game plan. Alright, so we have, what can do with this? Okay, that's nothing threatening. So we have a Remand here to remand whatever they try, but ugh. Alright, so they're fishing for something here. If they tap out for something here, hopefully we can just remand it and then kill them, and easy peasy lemon squeezies. Okay, a map. I think I'm gonna try to take this map at the end of turn, because these ley lines are not getting any better. Also, they could just tap out here. Like, I'd rather them tap out on their turn. Yep, and they didn't tap out. Tarmogoyf. Little late to the party, bud. Okay, this is good for us. No, it's not. Okay. Nothing we could do there, right? Nope. Okay, so let's just go Goyf then. And let's just do a Ragavan. I mean, I could have left up Binding and Remand. But if they have another one of these, they buy another turn. Alright, so that's game. Yeah, I'm not sure what they would have done, but we would have Remand, drew a card, drew a Bolt, so now they're in big trouble, right? If they got rid of this, we still got Dash and Bolt. So we were pretty set up there to win. Even if they had a Nugan, we could have just remanded it. But that's the list there. There's a game there against Mono Blue Tron. Any misplays I've done, please comment at the bottom. Let me know anything I could have done differently or better. But yeah, I'm really liking this list. It's really consistent. You still have the early game plan with the Ragavans, the Wild Nacatls. Like you saw there, that Tarmogoyf was really big, and it's always good at the end of the game, mid-game, or even early game. Dromoka's Command, just a straight beast. And again, you know, the remands, the stubborn denials, those have to be in the 75 in my opinion. It's just whether you want to have them in the main or the sideboard. Because the way I have the deck configured, it's more of a creature-based strategy. That's why we prefer to play the Dromoka's Command. It just plays better with this version of the deck. And then your counter spells are just cards that you say, hey, do I need them in this matchup or not? There's matchups that you have, especially like, let's just say, for example, an affinity matchup or goblins, you know, things like that, where things like Stubborn Denial and Remand, they don't really do anything. So I think this is a more straightforward version of the deck. It doesn't really matter what you're playing against because the game plan is the same. You're just trying to play creatures and smash face and Dromoka's Command. Even if they're not playing enchantments or red spells, it's still a great card. Even if they're not playing any of that stuff, creatures or anything, right? You can still target them and put a counter and get in for extra damage. So it's just a better option for this version of the deck here to be main decked as a 2-of. And then everything else in the sideboard is straightforward. You know, your Veil of Summers, your Teferi, your Consume Alls, your Jegantha, because why not? And then your Wear and Tears. If you have any questions about the deck, the full deck is going to be in the description below. Comment at the bottom. Don't forget to subscribe, share, hit that notification button. I post every day, my friends. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out. Oh, oops. Oopsie.